The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's a new season here at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, and a lot of things are changing, but we're still going to bring you the same quality Tetris Attack play you've come to expect. Who will start off the year with a bang and claim the title of the second champion of the Lakitu Open? Hello puzzlers, this is Cards of the Heart alongside the Beefin314. Welcome to the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2026. We just did the 2025 tournament last year and last month, and now we are ready to get the next season going, starting off with the Lakitu Open. As always, Beefin, you said you're going to win them all. How much are you looking forward to playing in today's action?
Well, damn right I'm going to win them all, and I'm very excited to play in today's action, and I'm very excited for the new season. This is really sweet. This is, you know, we're going to start off a new year, clean slate. Some things are going to be changing, some prizes, surprises, and some Bowsers along the way, and yeah, hope you're going to join us for all of it.
Yeah, a lot of things are changing for this season, and we'll tell you all about them as they become relevant. In fact, I've even changed my physical location since the last tournament we did, so I'm definitely looking a little bit different today. Please excuse the lighting. Definitely looking a little more ethereal than before, but we should still be able to bring you the good quality Tetris Attack play, and we've got 6 players ready to try and claim the title of the second ever Lakitu Open champion, including the 2 of us. So we'll show you who is about to play in this event in just a little bit. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time, you're not exactly sure how everything works, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Tetris Attack is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in North America and Europe based on the Super Famicom game Paled Upon. It was also localized and broadcast through the Super Famicom's Satellaview add-on multiple times throughout its service. Both versions are playable in this tournament. Swapping up to 2 panels in your stack at a time, match at least 3 panels of the same color horizontally or vertically to make the panels disappear. Simply matching 3, however, will not be enough to win. You need to make combos and chains to not only stop your stack's gradual rising for a short time and prevent your stack from breaking through the top of your field, but also send garbage to your opponent to force their stack to the top of their field. Make combos by matching more than 3 panels at once. The amount of time they stop rising the stack is minimal, but so is the amount of time their garbage makes the opponent's field shake. Quick wins can be achieved if you stack combo garbage correctly. Make chains by linking sets of matches together. Make one set of panels disappear and then let the panels directly above them fall into another match. Their garbage makes the opponent's field shake more, but they stop the rising stack for much longer. Forcing your opponent's stack to the top is more consistent with larger chain garbage. To beat the CPU opponents, you must either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is topped out, send so much garbage that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage in a way to make them think they can no longer make a move. Due to how combo garbage is handled in this game, this is by far the least likely scenario. In Versus mode, the easy level has 10 stages, the normal level has 11, and the levels Hard and V-Hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing each other through all of those stages to defeat the final stage as fast as they can. The player who does that first wins the race. The player who wins a predetermined number of races first wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. The play will be the same in this season of Tetris Attack, but the way we do it will be just a little bit different this time around. Our first round will still have our patent-pending popcorn level pick of the versus game levels easy, normal, and hard, and they're still going to be best of 3, so the first to 2 wins will win the matches, but there's going to be a new little tier of format that we play. We are going to try to flatten the bracket just a bit by giving players multiple buys in order to make the first round matchups a little more competitive. So I have added a little popcorn pick round format that also includes V-Hard as well. So the semifinal matches today will be in that easy through V-Hard popcorn pick format, and those will still be best of 3, so it will not be a foregone conclusion what level game 3 will be played on if we need it. So it's extra strategy we're going to be having there, which will be very spicy. And then the final match will be hard mode only, best of 3, and as we get more people turning out to the later tournaments, we'll get V-Hard into the fray for the final matches, but we're only going to go to hard mode today, so this will be a relative cakewalk by comparison, right? And also, the point structure has changed quite a bit this time. There's no longer a big table that I have to flash at the start of each of these turns. Like, the table's here. I'm still going to be using it for the rest of the Pokemon Puzzle League season, but no, we're going to disregard it here. I'm making it extremely simple to keep up with this time around. These are going to be all best of 3 matches, so each match will be worth 3 points to the participants. Winning a race will get you 1 point, and winning the match will get you the rest of the points. So if there's a 2-0 result, then the winning player gets 3 points, the losing player gets 0, and wonders what they need to do to play in the next turn. But if there's a split decision, if there's a 2-1 result, then it'll be 2 points to 1, and hopefully that will allow more people to stay somewhat competitive. If we get close results, and the points will reflect that, hopefully that will avoid some of the big runaways that we had towards the end of the last season. But people with buys will be getting the full point results from the previous round. So the first 2 seeds in this tournament will be starting off with a full 3 points. So it will behoove you to do well in the qualifying format, which that's also changed. We'll let you know how that is going to go down in just a second. But as always, the winner of this tournament will be getting an automatic top seed in the major. That much has not changed. And what has also not changed is our crowd-funded prize pool. The prize pool is currently empty right now for this 2026 tournament. As soon as I get settled into my new shindig and figure out the share of everyone's prizes from the previous tournaments, then that will certainly get filled up a little bit. And we've got a $500 goal to start off with for this tournament. You can add to that pool with your tips, your bits spent on the Twitch channel at Puzzle Speedrun, and subscriptions to the Puzzle Speedrun channel will add a little bit to the pool as well. And as our very own Beefin here is so kindly demonstrating, that $10 will go straight into the pool for this tournament, unless you want it to go to the other tournament and by the Pokemon Puzzle League event. By all means, let us know in your tip comment where you want it to go. But
I just want to say something real quick. I mentioned at the end of the World Tournament last month that I'm going to be donating $5 for every sub 30 qualifying time, and I'm going to be donating $5 to every tournament 10-second or less stage. So with this donation, I just want to shout out Cards and myself both got sub 30s, so that's $10. And I'll also be tracking these this year, so I'll be tracking sub 30s, and I'll be tracking 10-second stages and under. So you know, I might throw something in for the person who does that the best. Who's to say? But yeah, just wanna give back to the community. So yeah, get those 10-second stages. Make me pay you. Make me
That
broke.
that is incredibly generous. Thank you very, very much for that, Beefin. And yeah, if you're watching, feel free to do some sort of match of your own. Maybe you can spare $1 for each one of those things. By all means, throw whatever spare change you've got at our tip page that you can see on screen. If you're in the live Twitch chat, you can type !pool and you can get that clickable link to that page. And I heard Beefin say something about a sub 30. Why is that? Well, let me tell you, that is part of what we have changed in the qualifying. So before, we had players take an hour of their time to just get one shot at each of the individual versus levels and get their best time that they can get, and there was a big formula involved to calculate who performed the best relative to everyone else, and it was kind of complicated to figure out who was actually ahead once their run was done. Like when you finished your run, it's kind of hard to calculate where exactly you stood. But I have simplified it this time around. I have gone the route of our Pokemon Puzzle League tournaments, and now it is just 30 minutes to get through the category that plays all of the versus levels. We call it easy to V hard. Play through all the levels in order, and we are judging forward progress on how many of those stages you can get through within the 30-minute time limit. And as Beefin pointed out, we both took our 2 attempts and managed to get under that 30-minute threshold. I did it on my first attempt, Beefin. I believe you did it on your second attempt, and that gave us both the top 2 seeds for this tournament, which means we're starting off with buys, Beefin. We're both starting off with 3 points. So we're already getting ahead of the rest of the pack like we did last season. How does that make you feel?
Make them points rain, man. Just make them rain. It was almost going to be 2 sub 30s for me, but Bowser decided to stop that and give me a 30.05. Still though, I mean, this is a really cool change to the format. It's going to bring more people into the category on the speedrun.com leaderboard, which is really sweet. You know, definitely submit those, you know. And I like the change. You know, personally, I'm a numbers guy, so I enjoyed like the math, but I do agree. This needs to be easier for people. This needs to be easier for people to see where they're at, kind of where they shake out. And yeah, this is pretty cool. This is cool how it shook out. Surprised that Wizzy P and Six didn't take their run back, but you know, that's their choice, as Marco Pure White would say. And yeah, it's sweet to have a first round bye.
Indeed. So we are judging forward progress throughout that easy to V hard category in the 30 minutes. So we have tracked the last stage that each player finished within those 30 minutes and what time they took to finish that last stage. Just judging by a disappearing cursor on a win, just like you would end any of the individual level runs. And that finish time did come into play for a bit of a tiebreaker here with the 5 and 6 seeds. Yukisaka finishing off V hard hook bill a little bit faster than 6 was able to do. So Yuki gets the 5 seed, 6 gets the 6 seed, and we step up the ladder to 3 and 4. FFR Pro 21, our defending Pokemon Puzzle League champion, finished Kamek off in the 30 minutes to get the 3rd seed. WizardPerson, who took a big step up in the realm of Tetris Attack this year, finished off Naval Piranha Plants for the 4th seed. And yes, the two of us, Beefin, you and I managed to finish the entire thing within the 30 minutes. I did it just a little bit faster on my first attempt. That's where the exclamation mark, that's where the 2 in the parentheses come in to show which players took on their second attempt. So I'm first, Beefin second, FFR is third, WizardPerson's fourth, Yukisaka fifth, 6 is sixth. So that will not get confusing, and that puts our bracket looking something like this. So Beefin and myself have buys for the first round, which means we will start by seeing our 4-5 and 3-6 matchups. It's WizardPerson and Yukisaka on the top half of the bracket. To the bottom half of the bracket is FFR Pro 21 and 6. Now Beefin, what are you expecting to see from the two matchups that you see right here that we are about to start?
So, with the point structure now basically favoring sweeps, so that you can maximize points, like these 4 players are very adept in the easy, normal, and hard categories. I think we're talking like everybody, including Yuki, I think is in the top 10 and or close to the top 10 in every of these categories. So there's going to be a lot of jockeying for position, and I don't know what's going to happen with what people are going to pick. I mean, it's possible that the lower seeds will probably pick the difficulties with more variance, like easy and normal, and the top seeds will probably lean towards hard. That might shift in the semifinals, where they might pick V hard gets opened up, but I'm leaning on people, going towards their strengths in order to sweep these races so that they can maximize and get the full 3 points.
Indeed, sweeping these matches will prove to be even more valuable this time around than they were last season, but we're giving partial credit to the players who keep it very, very close. We definitely had some Game 3 decisions in the last season of tournaments, and now we're going to give them a point for keeping it close. So we will see if either of these matchups will get relatively close. And speaking of picking, I did put a prediction in the live Twitch chat as to who was going to win. There was only one person who put their points into FFR Pro and WizardPerson winning their matches, and of course it was WizardPerson's girlfriend Sparkover. So thanks again for that support, Spark. And I think we've kept our players waiting long enough. Let's go ahead and get the start of the 2026 Lakitu Open underway. It is the 4-seed WizardPerson taking on the 5-seed Yukisaka, and the 3-seed FFR Pro 21 taking on the 6-seed 6. And those matches are going to run at the same time, and they're coming at you right now. And we are starting off on the easy level, Beefin. We were deciding this before the start of the match. You certainly got your thoughts about this level, starting with this level at least. Have at it.
Gluttons for punishment. You all are gluttons for punishment. I don't understand what is wrong with you. You all should have started with normal, which is the best category. But whatever. You're here now. You chose your own adventure, and yeah, this is going to be really slow, and the variance is going to be very high. So, as Wizzy P, look how excited Wizzy P is for this. Look how happy he is. He's almost like Sideshow Bob winning the election.
He really does look like he would rather be watching the baseball that's on his television right now than playing this game. But this is gonna be a lot of fun. We've got WizardPerson and Yukisaka on the top, FFR Pro 21 and 6 on the bottom. Those two will be squaring off for their turns at the best of 3 format. We're starting on the easy level. It's versus level 2. It's 10 stages to glory, and we'll see how close these two matches will get to finishing each of their races in like 6 to 6.5 minutes, as we generally try to aim for in these easy mode runs. So here we go. The players are all underway.
It's almost as if we didn't leave. It's like we're back in Tetris Attack again.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
like we didn't even leave. Jeez, look at that. That's a good send. One line short.
One line short does tend to be a bit of a problem here, but not a problem for FFR Pro and 6. They're both finishing in 16 seconds. Meanwhile, Yuki and Wizzy having to do a little bit more work dealing with a garbage clear. So it's Yuki finishing in 23 and WizardPerson finishing in 24. And really just trying to send lines of garbage is the objective here. Like, you see how fast FFR Pro sent all that down. That took 7 lines to win. That's generally the magic number for these stages. Beefin, how do you tend to try and approach these easy mode stages?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I try to, get at least 7 lines. And for me, I'm trying to incorporate combos inside of my chain, That was a really sweet double swap there from FFR to get that. But I try to create more 5 combos in my chains. That way it stacks really nicely so that I can just release the attack and have them get topped off really quickly and give me a really good chance for shenanigans to not happen.
Yeah, most of our players in here will be trying to stack up the combos and trying to get like 4 chains to send a 3-line block of chain garbage, or a 5 chain to send 4 lines, and sometimes it may need to go a little bit bigger. And FFR Pro sent a lot of combos to Flying Wiggler and did not quite get the chains down with that, so that's another little garbage clear. And those garbage clears with that many panels on screen can certainly add up throughout the course of a run, and several of our players are seeing that in some form of fashion. Either way, that Flying Wiggler for 6 took 28 seconds, so he's falling quite a bit behind FFR Pro in the context of an easy mode race. These races tend to be over and decided in like 6.5 minutes. So with that 19-second time that FFR Pro just got, he has a fairly sizable lead halfway through this run. WizardPerson! WizardPerson! You're able to actually hear the frustration with that send. It's just a little bit short, and that's going to allow Yuki to take a little bit of a lead. WizardPerson gotta resist all temptation to rage quit at that. That's certainly not particularly pleased with that, but dealing with those garbage clears tends to be the name of the game, Beefin.
Yeah, especially, and you alluded to it earlier, like, these garbage clears are not meaningless. I mean, they're never meaningless. But the thing is, these easy opponents do not clear much of the stack, if at all. And they don't down stack very much, which is the reason why you need 7 lines. So that means that any garbage clear is extremely frustrating, because the game has to clear 7 lines of combo garbage, like resolve all of that. So that you're looking at about 8 to 10 seconds at least every time, and that's not even considering if the enemies get any garbage clears off of it, or like incidental chains, like that could just add up to more time. So this is the biggest reason why people go towards easy, because it is extremely high variance, even comparatively to V hard.
Well, as things stand now, it is Yuki taking their sweet time with Lunchfish. Does get him down, gets ahead of WizardPerson. WizardPerson made up a few seconds there. So that top race should be relatively close, but it is FFR Pro running away with the bottom race right now. Now down to the final 2 stages of the run. FFR needing to send a little bit more here. The chain was not quite what he needed, so he's sending this a little bit piecemeal, but look at that time, Beefin. I think he's got a chance at sub 6 minutes here.
Yeah, got a really good shot at it. I mean, I think he's gonna get, let's see, probably a 15. Looks like he's gonna have, yeah, looks like he's gonna have to get somewhere around 14 in order to get a sub 6 time. But I mean, he's able to do it, especially getting that diamond over for the 3-5. Wow, excellent completion, beautiful 9 combo.
Oh yeah, just take no chances.
Chain off the garbage. Boo.
Oh no.
What?
FFR somehow Naval Piranha Plant had time to get to that and gets a chain in the second tier of garbage. Oh man.
You know, we talked a little bit earlier about FFR's tournament luck, especially last year. You know, not winning any opens, not doing as well as he wanted to at Worlds, and you know, this is time for redemption. And I say that, you know, anytime under 630 in easy is really, really strong, and you know, clocking in at a 621, and you know, the other two clocking in at 644. You know, Yuki and 6, not too shabby themselves.
And with all the troubles that WizardPerson had to deal with throughout this race, and that just snowballed out of control, and Naval Piranha Plant has to be crushed. That is a rare sight to see on easy mode, and WizardPerson will be settling for 7 minutes 10 seconds. So with that 622 to 644 for 6, it is FFR Pro starting off the bottom match with his first star. And then with that 710 from WizardPerson, it is Yukisaka with 644 taking home his first star. So GG to everyone that played so far, to everyone that played that race, played it as well as they could. And now the choices will go to WizardPerson and to 6 as to which level will be played next. It will either be normal mode or hard mode, and we will get that arranged for you very shortly. Alright, puzzlers, timers are counting down. We are playing on the normal level for game 2, and WizardPerson and 6 will need to win here to keep their tournament hopes alive. Here we go with game 2 underway, and this is meant to be the normal way the game is supposed to be played. This is supposed to be the normal pace. It could take 6 lines of garbage. It could take 7, maybe 8 lines if you're incredibly unlucky. FFR Pro undoubtedly being the luckiest of the bunch, getting a 13 to start things off. 6, maybe not so lucky. Almost got hit with another garbage clear. Is going to finish with a 25. Beefin, I think you've been on record multiple times saying that this is your favorite level to play in this game. How do you feel about this level?
Level owns, dude. This level completely owns. I love how easy you can kind of do whatever you want. If you have like a fast cursor speed, you can just set up like 8s and 9s inside of your chain, which is really, really fun. And you know, normal doubles that speed. And you know, this is kind of like you're testing how well your short attacks are. You know, like, can they, you know, withstand, you know, decent scrutiny against the enemy, the opponent. So that's why I like this difficulty. It's kind of an extension of easy, but not as bang your head against the wall inducing, I guess, is how I would describe that.
And yeah, and fun fact for you Puzzle League enthusiasts, the one-player stadium of Pokemon Puzzle League plays at the same level that this normal mode plays at for its hardest levels. So if you've been frustrated with those modes being too slow, well, they're playing at this level. This is versus level 4, and it's it gives you some time to stay alive if garbage is somehow piled on top of you, but it's really the speed of these opponents that keep them from really being able to keep up with the assaults that our players are able to give them. Like that 4-chain sequence that FFR Pro just did. FFR Pro kind of running away with this race too. Already up a full stage as we are heading towards the midway point, and Yuki making up a few seconds on to WizardPerson. There, looks like it's going to be about 5 seconds that separates WizardPerson and Yukisaka right now. So maybe Wizzy has found the sauce that he needs to bring to turn things around, Beef.
I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, this is Pokemon Puzzle League speed. He's a former world champion of Pokemon Puzzle League. So it makes complete sense why he's, doing, keeping up. But, Yuki's keeping up as well. I've been, real talk, I've been very impressed with Yuki. I've been very impressed with his progression throughout his journey in Tetris Attack. And I think he's very excited to, get a fresh start of this season. And I know you've got, you cards. I mean, you definitely want the run back against Yuki because, he beat you in the Lunchfish Open last year. So,
yeah,
be a little bit of revenge on the table. A little bit of run back on the table. Love it.
Yeah, Yuki's a threat here, but if Wizzy's going to continue to play like this, getting that 13-second Lunchfish, then we might be seeing a decider out of that top match. But the bottom race is getting a bit out of control. FFR Pro is getting close to our patent-pending 2-stage lead. Gonna get a 4-chain, gonna stick a little 2-chain on the end of that. That's gonna keep this stage, it would have kept it under 20 seconds more comfortably if Raphael did not get any extra matches, extra combos. I swear, every little bit that these opponents do only serves to waste time, and a little bit of time is getting wasted there. But it is FFR Pro first into the Cave of Wickedness, which starts to be somewhat significant in the normal level because it's usually Kamek who we see at the end of this level that becomes the first opponent that knows how to actually make simple chains. Like no other opponent in this level, or none of the opponents before Kamek in the hard level, know how to make chains. So the end of these runs could get a little bit spicy. But hey, 6 getting a nice little Raphael there, just for some silver lining over this match so far. And oh, there's a garbage clear from Naval Piranha Plant. FFR is going to have to sit through that and get a chain off of the second tier. That's definitely going to tilt FFR a little bit. The players on the left are certainly known for their tilt a bit, aren't they, Beefin?
Yeah, and I think, and you can see Wizzy P getting super tilted against another garbage clear from Naval Piranha. Gonna get out in 29 seconds, and Yuki is firmly in the driver's seat on the top match going into Kamek, and FFR is definitely in the driver's seat with a 1-stage lead going into Kamek as well.
Yeah, it's about an 8-second lead for Yuki with the opportunity to close this out right now. But again, Kamek does know how to make chains, so you might want to make your chain a little bit bigger here. And Yuki has done just that. Kamek will not find enough time, and FFR Pro and Yuki have finished off their matches. So
ring the bell.
Ring it, ring-a-ding-ding it. It is all done. It is Yukisaka finishing with a 645 to WizardPerson's 650. So that race managed to stay very close throughout. And meanwhile, the early game for 6 just kind of went a little bit pear-shaped from the word go. And even now, Kamek is asking him to send a lot more garbage than he is comfortably used to. But at least Kamek will go the wrong way at the end and allow 6 to finish with a 741. So, GG's to our participants. Thanks for playing WizardPerson and 6. 6 not getting to defend his Lakitu Open title this time around, but 6 is usually around. I'm sure we will see him again in the next one. That is for sure. So let's go ahead and send out some good graces. With that 640 normal time, FFR Pro will take home star number 2. And with the 645 to 650, it is Yukisaka taking home star number 2. And most importantly for them, they get the wins.
Yeah, very great showing from both players, you know, especially, you know, FFR, you know. I always say that, like, sub 630 easy, sub 645 normal is very, very strong. And, you know, checked both of those boxes and got the win there. And not to be outdone, you know, Yuki, you know, look at those times. 644, 645. Yeah, that's super strong. And that was enough to take out the former Pokemon Puzzle League World Champion. So, you know, congratulations to both of them. They're going to move on to the semifinals.
All right, let's go ahead then and make these results official. 2-0 sweeps to start things off. Yukisaka will emerge with 3 points from this match. FFR Pro 21 will emerge with 3 points from his match. And that will set up some very, very spicy semi-final matches coming right up. So let's review that bracket and see who is going to play whom. Beefin, you know who you're going to be playing first in this tournament. It's going to be FFR Pro. We're definitely going to be looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. But yeah, maybe there is some revenge to be had here with me against Yukisaka coming up next, Beefin. How much are you looking forward to seeing how this plays out?
I mean, you know, I'm always excited to watch the new blood, old blood, you know, like situation, you know, and I'm saying that, you know, coming into this game, you know, 3 years ago, but yeah, Yuki, you know, has been climbing the leaderboard, and I know that you're looking for the run back, you know, from the Lungefish Open, but I'm also very excited about my match with FFR. So yeah, let's get after it.
We will get after it with myself taking the stage against Yukisaka. It's going to be our popcorn level pick in the easy through the V hard rounds. All of them will be on the table, and we will bring that to you right after this. Stay tuned. You are watching the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2026 Lakitu Open.